Okay, we're back. So again, we have Ashley. Okay, we're gonna do the front part of the body. Okay, I'm just gonna get us all situated on the camera. I think we can see everything perfectly. Yeah, no, I think we got a good point of view here. So let me do the feet. I'll just move it down. So we're gonna cover a couple of areas in the front of the chest and the neck to start with, okay? These are very key points. First, I also want to describe a couple of different areas here, okay? So I'm going to take my chart, and we're going to use my chart here, okay? So in Thai medicine, okay, this is a shiatsu chart, but this will work just fine, like I said. In Thai medicine, the abdomen, Chinese medicine, the abdomen, they all talk about the abdomen and the organs, okay? So the very, very important part of the body. What else is really important in Western medicine is we learn what's called the aorta. And this is the major blood flow to the body, okay? It creates systemic flow to the heart, okay? And then we also have what they call the vena cava. And that's your venous flow, the deoxygenated blood through the system, okay? So this is a very important part of the system. Okay, what is also very, very important here is as we go through, you can see all these lines. Like I told you before, this is the flow of fascia. Okay, I don't care what any other medical book says. Okay, if it doesn't say this, this is what I believe. All right, this is my course, and so this is what I'm teaching you. Okay, so just remember, if you have other knowledge that you have from something else, okay, it's not wrong. It just, this is what I believe, and this is what's working for me. So by taking this course, you're investing yourself into understanding my beliefs as well. So if you want the techniques to work just as well for you, you'll have to incorporate some of the knowledge that I know. Okay, so that's the only thing, right? Is that if we want results, we have to change a couple of things. So this is what I believe, and I'm quite firm on it. Okay, that this is what works. So as we understand the energy system, this is the energy body, or the blood flow, the chi, the prana of the system. Okay, this is what makes it work. The vital energy in the body. So this is that line right here. Okay, this is a big line in the body, as you can see. There's a couple of them that stem up, okay? We have this nice little green one that comes from the top of here, and it goes out like this, and it goes down the arm, okay? Like this. This is sen calatari. And then we have this green line that comes up through the throat. This is our thyroid, okay? This is the line for the thyroid and the life of the body. So particularly today in Western culture, we have fibromyalgia as a major problem, and we have thyroidism as a major problem, okay? And in my opinion, both are 100% preventable, okay? Again, this is my opinion, right? So there's certain areas of the energy body we want to target, okay? For shoulder issue, energy, so we always want to impact the energy of the body in a positive way, okay? We want to bring energy to it, okay? So we always want to focus on the sternum, okay? And the rib cage in this area, okay, coming in through the shoulder. As we can see, sen calatari comes through the shoulder and out through the arm, okay? Comes through the body, comes like this, and then jumps like this and comes through the arm and down, right? To execute itself in the arm, in the hand, sorry. The second digit, right? So just remember that everything is connected. The reason why I'm showing you this is because everything in the body is connected. The pec isn't by itself, okay? It's connected to the sternum, okay? The pec and the sternum aren't connected to itself. It's connected to the shoulder joint, okay? The shoulder joint is then connected. It's like that song. This bone is connected to this bone. That bone's connected to this bone, right? It's the same idea, okay? This is connected to this. This is connected to this. And this is connected to this. As we understand in quantum physics, everything has this interconnected web of consciousness, right? So it's the same thing in the body. The fascial system is the exact same. Everything communicates together. It's a whole. It's not a section. It's a whole. Okay, so that's all I want you to remember about this particularly, is that this is the flow, and we need to manipulate the flow to create health in the body. Okay, so aorta, sensumina. In Thai massage or in Chinese medicine, we call this the Sea of Qi. Okay, again, in the back body, we call this the governing meridian, right? We call it the governing meridian in the back body. Okay, pretty much, you know what I mean? This is it. Okay, if you remember how to take care of these areas of the body, your clients are always going to come back, because 100% their health is going to get better. And you're not just preventing muscle problems, but at this point you're preventing energy problems, you're preventing thyroidism, you're preventing all sorts of different medical conditions that are particular to the heart, lung, and throat, and head. Okay, you're preventing all of that stuff. So it's very, very powerful work. Okay, very powerful work. Okay, so in the next videos, we're going to section off the body in different areas, and then we'll focus on those areas. Okay, but this is an overall of the front body. Okay, so we call this the front body. Obviously, in medical science, we call it the anterior body. Whatever language you're familiar with, we'll use lots of language, okay? And I have different training in different things, so we can talk about different languages, okay? So particularly for Western medicine, okay, we come up the sternum, okay? We're going to come off the clavicle onto the acromion, okay? So you want to create that range of motion, okay? As you can see, his shoulder don't move. Right? It automatically subluxes out, right? So we talked about this on the other side. Remember how I said his shoulder was like that? So we removed only part of the problem because we can clearly see it's still there, okay? So at this point, you need to understand that the AC is impinged, okay? Very much so, but you're not going to get that out right away because it's not ready. So you have to manipulate the pec. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to tuck the elbow. And I want you guys to sit. It's very important because I don't want you to add any extra pressure than what is needed. Okay? You're going to instruct your client to look at the opposite wall to you. You're going to, so here's the sternocleidomastoid muscle. Okay? We're coming off the clavicle, like I said, through the sternum. We couldn't go through the sternum because his joint is subluxing. So now we're going to fix the subluxation problem, okay? Or at least solve it temporarily until we can get the shoulder through range of motion, and then solve it, okay? So the idea is we're going to come off of here. So we're going to grab the arm. Remember, we're tucking it close to the body, and we're going to just go like this, okay? Coming off the clavicle, okay? The AC joint here, right? And I'm not pushing very hard. There's about 30% pressure. Again, see, it's already going further, right? We come in for this one. We pull away. This is where you bring your fascial techniques into your knowledge, right? You use your fascial technique. So I'm thinking this way. It's pushing 50% that way, 50% down. And I'm moving this arm at the same time, creating that antagonistic action. Right? So you can see that his shoulder is now in a different spot. So I can also feel big time that his pec tendon is way out of whack too, and that's probably what's causing this.